You can manifest little things left, right, and center, right? But how about the big things? Let's talk about how to manifest the big things you want. Hi, I'm Kaylin, author of Be You, Be Authentic, Be Unlimited. And I have been helping people raise their frequency and live the life of their dreams for almost 20 years. Oh my. So I have not only my experience from raising my frequency and having and having the things that I want in my life, but also I have the experience and the insight that comes from working with people and seeing how to help them do it and seeing them do it. So I've seen people easily manifest the little things. Yeah, you can manifest dinner or whatever, but you know, when we take people on spiritual journeys and they have to manifest a couple grand to take a journey, they're like, how do I manifest this big thing? Oh my goodness, it's a lot of money. It's, you know, how do you manifest those big things? Because I have worked with people and I have helped them manifest and create their business, their dream relationship, you name it, their house, whatever. You probably know that energetically there's no difference between the little things, manifesting a cup of coffee, I don't know, a blouse, and manifesting the big things, a new car. Zoom, zoom. Cars are nice, right? Especially if you live in the U.S., you kind of need a car. So, what's the difference? How do you get from here, the little things, to over here, the big things? Well, one thing that I love doing is I love making things relative and kind of talking about things in a way that will help you kind of rock them in a different way and kind of help you change your mind about how you see those things. And right now what I want to do is I want to have you change your mind about how you see yourself, because one of the reasons you can manifest the little things and not the big things is because of your self-image. So we'll talk a little bit about what that is, but first we're going to say this. If you want to manifest the big things, one thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to have to start to think of yourself sort of as a movie star. That's the example we're going to use, and that's how we're going to change our mind. So there was that song, it was popular a couple years ago. Now I can't remember it. And she says something about Photoshop. I forget it now. I'm going to have to look it up and I'll type it in here. But we all know that magazines and models and that, you know, like they look one way when they wake up in the morning and they look another way after hair and makeup and after the Photoshop brush, right? There's this big difference in the images between when they wake up and once they're all dolled up kind of thing. Their self-image, or the image that actually they portray to the public, is very different. So I kind of want you to get a sense of that, because if you saw that movie star in the morning first thing when they wake up, you might not recognize them. You might not think that they were a movie star. That's happened to me. Someone's like, hey, look, there's so-and-so movie star, because I grew up in LA. And I'm like, where? Because they look like a normal person. And, you know, instead, when they're on screen and there's lighting and, you know, I mean, it changes things. So I want you to recognize that if you're having trouble manifesting the big things, you're kind of stuck in the wake-up mode, and you kind of need to be willing to change your mind and change your self-image. And I've got a way for you to do it. I need you to be willing to think of yourself in this way as a movie star and pose yourself that way, so that you are going to run your PEM differently to change your self-image. So what am I saying? PEM. That is the, is it an acronym? Acronym that we use. PEM. It stands for physical, emotional, mental. And what PEM is physical is your body, the actions you take. E, emotional. That is how you feel. And M, mental. That's how you think, your mindset, that kind of thing. So you need to change your PEM so that you can have aligned thoughts, feelings, and actions that are going to match the self-image or the image of the movie star version of you kind of thing that has the big thing. In other words, the version of you that wakes up in the morning, wakes up wherever it is that you live, if let's say you're trying to manifest a new house. The movie star version of you wakes up in a mansion, right? And when Architectural Digest or whatever comes to take pictures of your mansion, they clean it spotless. They might even rebuild some things. They like shine special lights. I mean, they do all sorts of things. Or have you seen what they do with food? Like, you wouldn't want to eat the food that they photograph because of like all the things that they do to the food, right? So, how are we going to make you shine? We're going to change your physical, emotional, and mental. So here's what you need to do. You need to decide that it's worth experimenting a little and coming up with new thoughts, new feelings, new actions that you're going to take every day, new aligned ones, until you find the ones that really match that image, the image of your desire. You want to get yourself to fit into that. If you'd like, an easy step you can take that you probably hear about sometimes is try to get yourself in the flow, in the now moment. Try to let go of everything else, certainly let go of the belief, at least for a little while, that you can only manifest those little things. Get yourself in the flow, get yourself in the now moment, and I have videos about how to get yourself in the flow. And if I remember, I'll put a link down below, but if not, just look on my channel for how to get in the flow. Get yourself in that nice, now-centered place, and then look at that image. Take a mental picture of yourself, if you want, on the cover of your favorite magazine, whether it's that Architectural Digest, because it's that house you want, or whatever it is. And then read that article kind of thing and look to see the version of you, that movie star version of you. What does he or she think? What's his or her mindset? How does he or she feel? What is he or she doing? Kind of like you watch enough TV, pretend like you're watching something and tune into it. You can do it. You can do it because A, you have imagination, and B, even if you don't have imagination, you have the desire, so part of you is already there, so you have a lifeline kind of thing to there. You just have to tap into it. Decide to tap into it so that you can start to find a new self-image, a new PEM alignment, and then really manifesting is just energy, and whether you can manifest, you can manifest little things. So getting to those big things, it's not going to be that hard as soon as you really take on that self-image. So, how to manifest those big things? Become a movie star. Easy, right? Actually, it is. Because it's all within your control, within your reach, within your inner world, with your thoughts and feelings, and then your outer world when you take those actions. Tap into that movie star. And, like I said, experiment. Try these thoughts. Try some other thoughts. Read that article that version of you is in and see, what else does that version of me think? What else does that version of me feel? What else does that version of me do? Try the different things and you will find your energy getting switched up and changing. And if you don't manifest it right away, you will in time. Just keep at it. Because we all know that it takes those movie stars a while to sit in the chair, get their hair and makeup done, and then it takes a while to Photoshop them. Be a little patient. Give yourself the time to adjust and to create that new self-image so that you can see a different side of yourself. How's that for seeing a different side of yourself? Thanks for joining me in this video. Please be sure to subscribe so that you can see the next side of the next parrot that comes to help me help you raise your frequency and live the life of your dreams.
Bueno.
All right, well, now